الإخوة والأخوات الكرام، نؤمن أن تصميم مستقبل الحياة يبدأ من أفكاركم وتطلعاتكم. ندعوكم لمشاركة آرائكم حول هذا السؤال، لنصمم معا مستقبل الحياة الذي نطمح إليه في دولة الإمارات. ننتقل إلى جلسة بعنوان العمر المديد وثورة الصيام، يقدمها السيد الدكتور جوزيف أنتون، المدير التنفيذي ورئيس مجلس الإدارة شركة آل نوترا. Now we turn to our next session, Longevity and Fasting Revolution, presented by Dr. Joseph Antoun, Chief Executive Officer and Chairman of the Board Al Nutra.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for inviting me today. I'm going to speak about probably a topic at the center of healthcare today, the longevity revolution. Who wants to live a long life? Who wants to live a long life? So when we do a survey, 60% of people say, I want to live a long life. 40% actually say no. And it was a shock for us to do this survey back in 2011. And then when we dig deeper, when we asked the people who said no, what's the issue? They said I don't want to be like my grandmother, sick long. I don't want to be like my father, having cancer and suffering through chemo. So what they wanted is exactly what Mr. Ismail said. They wanted a healthy long life. The concept of longevity is actually a concept of health span. How can we help people stay healthy long? How can we add more life to their lives? This slide is probably the most important slide in our life. I'm going to repeat it. It's the most important slide in our life. It shows us that 90% of us die from chronic disease that are age-related. In medicine, and I went for an MD PhD to support patients live long. We failed in medicine because we missed on this slide. We're going to die of 4 chronic diseases, 90% of us: diabetes, cancer, Alzheimer's, and cardiovascular diseases. Most of us are not going to die from a plane crash nor a car accident. We're going to die of 4 main diseases. What we have missed is we developed a medical system that just focused on treating the symptoms of every disease. We missed the fact that the main cause of each one of those diseases is aging. And medicine should be about treating aging, not treating the symptoms of every disease on its own. Why spend 10 years treating a diabetic patient if he's going to die from Alzheimer's? Why spend 5 years paying for chemotherapy if that same patient is going to die because he's 70? And look, at age 70, we have all these diseases. Why to pay for chemo if that same patient is going to die from Alzheimer's? We missed it. We created specialties. We waited for people to be sick, and then we decided to treat their symptoms. We track blood sugar. We track blood pressure. We haven't done anything. If you want to treat, if you want to increase longevity, if you want to enhance health span, you have to treat aging. Treating aging, speaking today of the future of life, is going to be the central part of the future of medicine. Today, we're practicing a sick care system. The future of a healthcare system will be focused on treating aging. We always wanted to find a unit of health measurement, right? How do we know if people are healthy or not? Is it the blood pressure? Is it the blood sugar? Is it another metric? The future of medicine, the new measurement of health is actually biological age. Why? It's your age, your inner age. Because your inner age defines whether you're going to get any one of these 4 major chronic diseases, and therefore how long you're going to live. What we want to be 40 from the inside when we're 60. You want to be 50 from the inside when you're 70. And the younger you are from the inside, the healthier, longer you will live. This is my main message to you today. We measure the economic impact of helping people stay healthier longer. This paper from Health Affairs, the #1 health policy journal in the world, back in 2017, is showing that if we add 2.2 years of healthy life, we're contributing $7.1 trillion to the economy. Fast forward only 6 years, 2023. From 2017, we thought it's a $7.1 trillion economic improvement. In 2023, same study repeated. We're showing that 1 year of healthier life is now a $56 trillion economic contribution. $56 trillion. There's nothing you can do today in the economy that is a bigger boost than helping people stay healthier longer. Now the question is, can we treat aging? Can we slow down aging? Yes, we can. Slowing down aging today depends on nutrition and intermittent fasting, exercise, stress, sleep, and social capital. Are we living together as a community? Are we close to our families? Are we living happy? Are we praying? Are we meditating? And there are also emerging supplements coming into this field. But there's only one way today known to reverse biological aging. Only one way, and that's a prolonged fasting. It's fasting beyond 3 days, and I'm going to explain that. First, a quick analogy. Imagine if your life is like a car race. Imagine we're driving a Formula One car. You want to be last in that race. You don't want to die early. And in order to be last, you can slow down. That's intermittent fasting. But one way to really live a full, healthy, long life for a car is the car takes a pit stop. And that's the prolonged fasting. The engineers come in, they audit the entire car. They audit the engine, they audit the wheels, and they change them. And the car goes back into the track in full health. So intermittent fasting helps you slow down. Full 5 days, 3 to 5 days of fasting help you rejuvenate your car, help you rejuvenate your body. And this is a concept that also the previous guest talked about, a big concept called autophagy. Let me explain it to you. Fasting for 5 days today is the only proven way to rejuvenate your body, help you stay healthy longer, and get out of chronic diseases. How does that happen? On day 1 or 2 of fasting, we have enough reserve. We have enough fat in the body. We can burn that fat in order to survive the first 2 days of fasting. Once you cross today, you're in day 3. Every cell in the body is suffering, saying, I have no more calories. Every cell in the body lives on nutrition. What happens? The cells start rejuvenating. They start fixing. They cannot be ineffective. They cannot be sick. They cannot be old. They have to perform. It's like in every company. If a company doesn't have enough funds, what does the company do? It restructures. It optimizes. It rethinks the way it's operating. So what we see between day 3 and day 5, the cells are rejuvenating. Old cells are being killed, are being thrown out. Sick cells are being healed, and normal cells are being optimized. This is the phenomenon of life that we have lost because we eat all the time. The new science of autophagy shows that part of staying rejuvenated and healing from multiple chronic disease is through fasting over 5 days. This phenomenon won the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 2016, and it's time to bring it to every one of us. Now, why don't we fast 5 days all the time? It's difficult. No company wants to go without revenues and has to restructure. It's difficult. And therefore, the US government, the NIH, has invested $20 million. And that got matched by another $28 million with investors that came with us. And that entire amount was used to develop something called the fasting mimicking diet. The biggest revolution in medicine, the biggest revolution in food as medicine, is called the 5 days fasting mimicking diet. It's the food that we can eat, and our body thinks it's fasting. It's all plant-based, it's all healthy, it's not re-engineered, but it was designed and studied to keep the body in a fasting mode. And the goal of this food as medicine was to keep the body fasting for 5 days, giving you the benefits while actually not being so hungry and actually being able to do it. In a major paper published in Nature just 3 years ago, Nature is the #1 science journal of the world. It's showing that if you do the 5 days fasting mimicking diet 3 times per year only, 3 times, 15 days out of 365 days, you're going to increase your health span by 11.5 years. There's nothing today in medicine that is able to give a better, healthier life than this power of fasting, of the 5-day rejuvenation. And it's showing that it's decreasing in a double digit every one of the 4 killers that we talked about. You're decreasing the risk of heart attack by 20.59%. You're decreasing the risk of cancer by 10.17%, and Alzheimer's and diabetes in the same way. We have partnered with 18 of the best global universities to make sure that we bring this food as medicine and the science of fasting to the world. And after 30 years of research and development, we're able to secure over 221 patents on food as medicine. The patents are reading: first technology to enhance human longevity, first food to treat cardiovascular disease, first food to treat diabetes, first food to treat cancer, first food to treat Alzheimer's, and first food to treat autoimmune diseases. That's the future of medicine. It's a medical nutrition therapy. We all know that with drugs, with surgery, this is how we used to practice medicine. There's a new practice of medicine. It's called medical nutrition therapy. At the core of it is the fasting mimicking diet. Let me show you some wonderful impact of the fasting diet. These 3 pictures show you the pancreas of a person before diabetes, through diabetes, and after diabetes. In red are the pancreatic cells that produce insulin. Then when you destroy the pancreas, there's no more insulin. There's no more cells that produce insulin. It's a full-fledged diabetes. So we have created a full diabetic patient that has insulin deficiency. And after the fasting mimicking diet, you can see how the cells producing insulin, the red cells, are back. A full potential treatment for type 1 and/or end-stage type 2 diabetes, only with food. Only with food. Stressing the cells of the pancreas have led to the stem cells to rejuvenate through autophagy and heal back the pancreas. We published this result in Cell, which is the #2 science journal of the world, showing for the first time a reversal of diabetes. Diabetes is the biggest disease in the region. Finally, a medical nutrition therapy can help reverse, not just manage, disease. Today, we spend hundreds of millions of dollars in the UAE on diabetic medication, on surgeries, on dialysis. We have a new nutrition technology that can actually reverse you out of all this. Since many of you come from government, how much that will cost? How much the budget would be to reimburse medical nutrition therapy and the fasting mimicking diet? We published in the #2 Health Economic Journal of the World, showing that actually you save money from year 1 of reimbursement of the fasting mimicking diet. It works so fast that the patients decrease their medication intake, decrease their need to go to the hospital, and decrease complication rate, that as of year 1, you're saving $3,400, in year 2, $5,000, $10,000, and $16,000 in aggregate. So in investment in economy and the technology of solar power, we're talking about 7 years. In the investment in the fasting mimicking diet, you're saving money as of year 1 of the intervention. On cancer, we have over 8 human trials on cancer. Can we treat cancer with the fasting mimicking diet? One of our major publications is on triple-negative breast cancer. Breast cancer is the #1 killer of women in GCC. The #1 killer of women in GCC. We're showing that we can improve the remission from the most aggressive triple-negative metastatic breast cancer by 80%. 80% by adding the fasting mimicking diet to the current treatments. This is a plant-based, no side effects that anyone could do with the drastic changes that are superior to medicine. It's very important in this region to talk fasting. This region of the world has witnessed the birth of all the three divine religions, Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. They all have two things in common: prayers and fasting. Almighty God wanted to heal our souls through prayers. He also, what we didn't know, wanted to heal our bodies with fasting. And it's time for us to bring back fasting as the core of our longevity in the new medical system. Beyond the fasting nutrition, we've worked hard to turn even food from poison to nutrition, from poison to medicine. We've done a lot of science and trials to change the way we eat. We eat today as a leisure. Business companies have used our palates to turn us addicted to carbs, to high food, to social food, and with cheap ingredients. We decided to change that in the United States. We invested on turning food the only product we consume every day of life. Why I'm showing wonderful results on food? Because every one of us, the day we're born to the day we die, we eat food every day, 3 to 4 times per day. It's the number one product we consume. So why not turn it into medicine, into a power of change? We created two new disciplines in the United States. One is called medically tailored meals. These are food now that are used as medicine that we ship to your home. You consume at home. It helps you with your treatment of your chronic disease. We also have reshaped, redefined the dietitian and the discipline of nutritionists and dietitians. Today you go to a dietitian to lose weight. This is not what it was meant. A dietitian should be here to cure you, should be here to tailor your food as part of your therapy. We redefined that in the United States, and we partnered with the government to create a full reimbursement system for medically tailored meals and for dietitians to turn them into medical nutrition therapists. We have had major success into doing that. We are now reimbursed by Medicare, Medicaid, and 134 insurance in the United States. And we also have the codes now that we hope to bring here to your country, so that as part of your future medical system, you have a dietitian the same way you have a doctor, and you have food the same way you have drug. But in this case, no side effects, compliance every day, and better outcomes. This is how we conceive the future of medicine within life. It is, as Mr. Ismail said, a longevity and lifestyle medicine that everyone should practice every day. First-line therapy should not be directly a chemical or a biological called drug. It should be a medical nutrition, either a fasting mimicking diet or a medical nutrition therapy. And then finally, when we lapse, we go to drugs. We want to make chronic disease and early death an option. Today, it's part of the story of our life. We want to turn chronic disease as options, and that's the future of medicine within the future of life. This country has been built on vision and leadership. The leadership at Mubadala screened the world and found us and brought us to this country. We signed a deal with Mubadala just last month in December to bring the fasting mimicking diet and medical nutrition therapy to the UAE. And I'm here to present to you today so that we partner together with all the Emirates, with all of you, to bring food as medicine to your states and to your citizens. This partnership has 4 pillars. The first pillar is to produce locally the medical nutrition therapy. The UAE will be the first country in the world to produce medically tailored meals after we've done it in the United States. The second pillar of this partnership is to partner with each one of you so that we reverse diabetes. We started this discussion with the Healthy Living Unit in Abu Dhabi. And we're going to probably start with 2,000 to 10,000 patients. And this effort will not be to manage the symptoms of blood sugar, etc., which is exactly what best medicine do today, is to reverse diabetes. The first patient we had in the United States was a doctor from Harvard. He was on insulin. We took him back from insulin to 0. No more drugs. We want to do the same here for your country. Some people will still take drugs, but in most cases, through our nutrition and through medical nutrition therapy, we can reverse most chronic diseases. The third pillar of the partnership includes Khalifa University, where we're bringing our best science in reversing diabetes to this country in order to show that medical nutrition therapy and a fasting mimicking diet will reverse most chronic disease in this country as well. And the very final pillar, which is very dear to my heart, is reshaping the kids' meals, the food we're serving at the canteens at the school. Do you know what is the biggest fast food organization in the world? What is the biggest fast food company in the world? People say McDonald's or Burger King. It's the canteens in our schools. Canteens in our schools around the world are selling the worst food to our kids. And besides that crappy food that's full of carbohydrates, there's a stand for chocolate, there's stands for chips. They're conditioning us, they're conditioning our kids to eat unhealthy since they're young. And obesity in UAE at the kids level reached 35 to 38% already. We want to curb this, and we're going to curb this. We started with 7 schools, 3 in Abu Dhabi, 2 in Al Ain, and 2 in Al Dhafra. And we're helping now 3,000 kids eat healthy meals at the schools. And guess what? They love it, and we started seeing the benefits. We want to actually take this program everywhere. And not only to feed them healthy food, we're going to turn this program to changing the lifestyle of the family. Guess what? The parents are willing to change their lifestyle for their kids. The only person that they would respect the most and they will do anything for are the kids. We actually use that program to change the lifestyle of the family, starting with the health of the kids and changing how people and how families eat at their homes. This is the future of the UAE. It's longevity and fasting at the core of your medical system and very early intervention in the schools for your kids and for your families. Thank you very much.
سنأخذ استراحة قصيرة مدتها 20 دقيقة.